Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. You ever notice how whenever probably 80% of YouTube videos start, they're like, hey, what's going on guys? Or hey, how you guys doing? But you never really answer. I mean, I don't blame you, you can't. But let me know how you're actually doing. I don't say that anymore because I realize that it's just kind of like a common thing to do. Pleasantry, if you will. But anyway, that's another philosophical debate for another day. Today we're here to look at the Arc Touch Bluetooth mouse by Microsoft. This is a really weird mouse. And I won't get into any minor details now, I'll just jump straight to the review for that. But it's really weird, and let's talk about it real quick. So the mouse itself retails for 70 bucks from the Microsoft store. If I remember correctly, about 2-3 months ago I got it for 40 off of Amazon. There was a sale on it. So I figured, I need a new mouse. This is kind of a cool one, and a Bluetooth mouse wouldn't be bad either. Let's check it out, see how it does. And to summarize things real quick at the beginning of the review, I would not recommend this mouse to anybody. Maybe this is because I've had a bad experience with it personally, but I'll go into some details as to why certain categories of computer users wouldn't want to use it. First off, if you're a gamer, don't even think about this mouse. Just brush over it. Buy any USB mouse or any other Bluetooth mouse instead of this mouse. And the reason for that is because you don't really get much of a grip on the mouse itself, because as it arcs, there's just blank space down there, so you don't have anywhere to hook your fingers to, for lack of a better word. And it has a really bad tendency to disconnect or be, quote, connected but not actually work. It's really weird because it'll show up in the Bluetooth settings on my computer and then just not do anything. I don't understand why. When it does work, it works pretty well. I'll give it credit where it's due. It's just getting it to do that. That's a trick. When it's curved like this, or arced, or whatever you want to call it, it's on. You can see the blue light here indicates that. You press and hold the button on the bottom, and that will start it in discovery mode, so you can search it. You can actually find it on like a Android device or an iOS device. Actually, I haven't tested an iOS device, but I know Android for sure you can use it as a mouse if you really want to. So it could be useful for like a tablet, actually, maybe for like an on-the-go productivity type thing. But when it's flat, it's actually really compact and very easy for traveling, and that's obviously when it's off. Batteries haven't doubted me so far, which I don't expect them to, and the Bluetooth range has been definitely sufficient. My biggest problem with it when it does work is that the sensitivity is just really weird, and I've messed with the mouse sensitivity settings on my computer a little bit just to kind of see if I can adjust it to something that's more usable, and I really haven't been able to find a good sweet spot for it. It's either too high, too low, or it's jumpy. I'll be using the mouse at some point in time and it'll just jump, or it'll not go nearly as far, or maybe it'll go farther than I thought. It's kind of inconsistent. It's a shame because 1, it's not a cheap mouse, 2, it's a really cool looking design, 3, it's Bluetooth, and 4, it's directly licensed by Microsoft, so you kind of expected a decent quality product. And I've been using an old USB mouse by Logitech for years. I don't use like the MX whatever that everybody else uses. It's just literally been some cheap $15-$20 mouse that's done everything I need perfectly, and it hasn't had any problems. But this one, just constant problems. The convenience factor for it being able to flatten out and travel, sure, that's useful, but it just does not outweigh using my old mouse that I had, which plugged in via USB. And that leads me to the other problem. So since I'll be using it, and then every once in a while when I'm using it, it'll just not work at all. Sometimes when I start my computer up, it won't connect, or it'll show connected and it's not working. And that defaults back to using my mouse pad, which, I mean, I've used my mouse pad enough that I am super fast on it, faster than a mouse either or. But that's not the purpose of buying a damn mouse. Like, you buy the mouse so you have an open hand to use your keyboard and whatnot. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having it, and it's really frustrating, and it's outside the return window at this point, so I'm not going to return it. But I wouldn't suggest it for anybody, even if you're just like a casual user. It's just awkward. I thought that the Arc would be really cool and kind of like a neat little, I don't know, something that just looks cool, for lack of a better word, really, to use, and kind of eye-catching, but it's not good for really anything. The Arc is annoying. You can't hook your fingers onto the mouse, or you can't press it onto the mouse, so when you're trying to navigate around a little bit, you can't. It's frustrating as hell. And I mean, you get used to it to an extent, but you can really only get so used to it when you're used to traditional mouses, for at least for me, my entire life. It does, if you notice in the center, have like a little faux scrolling bar, and there's a little haptic feedback engine in there that really does emulate actually quite well. It's probably the coolest part about this mouse, is it really emulates the feel of a scroller, or scroll, whatever you want to call it, on a real mouse or a regular mouse. So for that, I give them really good kudos, because that's probably not that easy to do. And it's not just like a little vibration or whatever, but it actually feels, I mean, as far as I can tell, when you're scrolling up and down on the little pad there, it feels like you're actually making something scroll tangibly, which is really neat. It does make a very audible noise, which is kind of annoying. Maybe you can find a way to turn that off, I'm not sure. But I don't know if by turning off the haptic feedback, if you'd be turning off the actual scrolling feature, which leads me to another thing. The scrolling is not that consistent. Sometimes it'll work really well, probably 80-85% of the time the scrolling will work really well. And then it just won't do anything at all. It's super bizarre, and it's really frustrating, especially when you're trying to play a game. I was playing Skyrim on my laptop the other day, and I just noticed it would kind of scroll. It would like jump, and then all of a sudden it just stopped scrolling. So then I had to turn the mouse off, turn it back on. It didn't connect again at all. Didn't register it one bit, but I checked my Bluetooth settings, and it was there, you know, paired. So it's really bizarre and just inconsistent. If the mouse worked 95% of the time, I'd say if you get it at a good deal like I did, 40 bucks, you're not a gamer, you're just a casual computer user, it's really difficult to classify that. It's like when you go get a new phone and they ask you, well, what are you going to use your phone for? That's a really difficult question to ask. Everybody's different and just has a different usage. You know, the phrase "your mileage may vary" quite literally here, that is very applicable. So if you're somebody who's really casual and you find it on a good deal and you want to take the plunge, I mean, you can try it. Keep an open mind that it might not be as cool as you're expecting, or maybe you'll have a great experience. I don't know. Maybe I just had a bad one. But so far, I really wouldn't suggest it for a whole lot of anybody. If you're a gamer or even occasionally a gamer, don't even look at this mouse, because the aesthetics will attract you to it. That's what got me to it, really. I was like, oh, I need a mouse. All mice are going to perform essentially the same. This one looks cool. Let's check it out. Just brush right past it. Don't even think about it. I hate that I had to say it, because it's such a cool mouse. The packaging itself is actually really nice, very well made. It seems like a premium product. That's the biggest letdown of it. It feels nice. You expect it to be nice, but it's really, performance-wise, not. Aesthetically and physically, feels great. It's a soft touch material, but in the performance sector where it really matters, it's just not up to par. And to me, I don't really care what the mouse looks like. I want it to feel, relatively comfortable in the hand, and I want it to do what the hell I need it to do on my computer, whether I'm making music in FL Studio, editing videos in Premiere, searching Chrome, browsing Reddit, whatever I'm doing. I just want it to work. And if a mouse can't do its only job, to me it's a no-go. So there you have a review of the Arc Touch Bluetooth mouse. Like I said, I would brush by it. Don't bother with it. It's really cool that it's Bluetooth, so you can connect it to a whole lot of stuff, but it's just not worth the hassle personally. Maybe you'll have a great experience. I can't say for sure, but I know that mine has been very wish-washy, and I use it because I can tolerate it for now. If it gets any worse, I'm just gonna stop using it and complain to Microsoft about it. If you are a watcher of my videos or viewer, you'll notice that my arm is a little different right now. It's very red and swollen, but yeah, I got my first tattoo. I'll link some pictures that I put up on Google Plus of the entire thing. In case you're wondering what it is, it's 3 thorn barbs, not barbed wire. Very talented artist, but we'll talk about that another day. If you have any questions about the mouse or anything else in the future you'd like me to review, I wouldn't mind buying a new mouse, so if you have any suggestions, I know that it's like the MX Pro, or there's some Logitech mouse that everybody seems to rant about. I know MKBHD uses it, I think Unbox Therapy does. If you remember the name of that, please put it down below, because I do want to check that one out. I know that it's supposedly like the best thing since sliced bread, so I'd like to give it a shot for sure. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know how you're doing down below, like I said at the beginning of the video. That's kind of a weird thing that you never really think about, like, hey, what's going on, guys? You never think about it. But anyway, that's enough for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I mean, you really are the reason I do these videos. So, catch you in the next one.